And we're back. Here we go with Sub the Tower. I'm going to be filming the nature corn. It's a bit late. It is a bit too late for the evening, but it's okay. What time is it? Oh, 14,000, okay. 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. Nice. Aubergine was the right one here. But it's okay. Soon we're gonna be reaching the soon, very soon we're gonna be reaching the armor end. Choo-doo-doo, choo-doo-doo, choo-doo-doo. Don't blink, yes you blink. Welcome to our show. This is doing well after having a wonderful day on this 27th November 2024. So I feel like of nature corn today. We came back from work. It is dark, which is okay. Listen, I wasn't even supposed to. I was supposed to stop filming the nature corn in November. The fact that we still have them, it's always gonna be positive. And yeah, today was a good day at work. It was a really good day. I feel at peace. I feel at peace with myself. Which, listen, um, that's pretty much it. So enjoy the weather, I guess. If you didn't tell, if you couldn't tell, I'm tired. So I wasn't gonna talk about it. I was gonna do another video. I'll do another video, but I'll talk about it a bit here. Lately I've been feeling very at peace, and it's a weird feeling because at peace is exactly where you want to go. It's the very safe middle, but which I haven't reached in years. But when you have the very safe middle, what do you do? Do you risk it to go somewhere, or do you stay there because it's nice? And then I haven't answered it. Anyway, enjoy the nature corn.
coconut.
Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Company Show. Guys, are having a wonderful day on this 27th November 2024. I made a couple of weird video lately. Yesterday I made a video where I was saying thank you to people, but it was a weird video because I was talking about something that happened that was negative. Today I was making a video because somebody's cooking steak and mistakes, bro. And mistakes. Mistakes. You get it? And today I want to go into the video. See, my little arm plan, they're not rehearsed. So a lot of times you get some confusing content, but it's actually kind of cool because I don't think not necessarily a vlog, but a entry in a diary. When you write your diary, right? It's not always precise, and this isn't a diary, but this is the every single day of a dude, which is me, thank God. Imagine if I was doing every single day of somebody else. You think my videos are confusing? Wait. See, so I've been making a couple of videos, and today I think I realized what I'm trying to say. I realized not necessarily what I'm going through, but why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. See, yesterday and today I was feeling very satisfied, and it's weird because yesterday I made a video about how I'm happy because I got work, right? And it's kind of cool that we take a small break from making content, which is good. Ultimately speaking, I feel very at peace. And see, I think it's a very normal feeling to feel at peace, but I think it's also a very rare feeling. See, when you feel at peace, it's all about maintaining that peace versus trying to find inner peace and mental sanity. And it's not necessarily mental sanity, but it's more mental sanctity. You're like, okay, well, right now, if I don't change anything, I'm happy. And it's truly the case. I had my job, I had my work today. It was really nice. I had this I had this customer, right? A mother. I think she was a single mother in her 50s. You can tell that she was really tired. You can tell that she in her 50s she was. I don't know if she wasn't doing well, but I guess it was just tired. And she had her little daughter, right? Daughter maybe 4 or 5 years old, and her mom needed coffee, so she came to the shop. She wanted to get the coffee, and then the daughter was like, "Mom, it smells in here." And then the mom, she felt, I don't know if she felt bad or something. And she looked at me and she said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. She doesn't like the smell of coffee." And then I look at the daughter and said, "It's okay, it's me. I'm sorry." And the daughter laughed, and the mother gave me like a smile that meant like, it's like not necessarily a weight off her shoulder, but like for this couple seconds, I'm okay, you know. And and it's funny because ultimately speaking, yesterday, right? Yesterday, it's actually, this video is one of the videos that I don't know how to make. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know even how I feel about it. So let's just talk about it. It's just brainstorm together, right, and figure out something. See, helping that mother was more important than serving coffee, ultimately speaking. And yesterday, I kind of said thank you to the people that were there for me. I started answering comment with video. I'm not gonna do it forever, but at the moment, it takes me like a couple of minutes every single day, and I really want to answer people because you guys have been there for me a lot. And it's weird because I always feel like I have to be grateful. I always say there's a reason why I'm always saying thank you, because I feel grateful, and I always feel like I owe you guys, even though I know that the feeling is not necessarily mutual. So I started answering comments, and it's kind of nice because out of the 3 comments that I answered, 2 of them were sad. Like, for example, we made a video yesterday. I'm not here to tell who it was, but that person came into my DM yesterday and they were like, "Yo, you're right, dude. I'm not doing so well." So we had a talk, we had a nice talk, and hopefully I was able to help them. And yeah, right now it's inner peace. And once again, I'm going to repeat myself, but the inner peace, keeping it is kind of simple, right? Kind of simple. You do your day-to-day life. You just go about your day. You look down. I'm trying to be respectful, but I always looked differently at people that were looking down and just living their life, not trying anything, right? And sometimes I understand that. Okay, you're the kid, you can't try anything, but I was hearing a lot of people complain about their situation, their life situation, and not doing anything to change it. And I was like, dude, you're acknowledging, you're aware that it's a situation that you put yourself in, and you're comfortable in it, so you don't change, but you're expecting it to change. Not gonna change on its own. You have to do things yourself. But then, kind of these last couple of days, I understand, which is kind of the inner peace, and this inner peace, I feel like at some point we all kind of. I feel like at some point we all kind of lose that. We all come to war with ourselves. We all come to war with who we are. We want to force change, but maybe those changes aren't positive. And then we fight peacefulness, and you're like, okay, I don't want to go back to being sad, or I don't want to go back to this period of my life. So what I'll do, I'll maintain that peacefulness, right? And it's actually quite nice. It's actually quite nice to understand that, okay, I'm doing good right now. I'm doing good. But then that peacefulness got at a price. See, yesterday, okay, I told you last couple of days, I don't know how I felt, but kind of today, kind of become a bit clearer, right? Sorry, we're gonna have to get some diamond. Get some diamond doesn't mean much, but to me it means something. Testing, I'm just suggesting you and I might not be the best thing. Exit, somehow I guess it right. Alright, but I still want you, don't mean to punch ya. It's if you had to go into a specific part of the video, this would be the spot. Not because I'm singing in a hopefully positive fashion, but more so because, see, every single dot that I've been putting out yesterday, not for you guys, but for myself, when I make those videos, it's once again, it's an open discussion, right? But the open discussion is most of the time with myself. Is why do you feel that way? This is how you feel, but you're not sure as to why. See, being at peace, right, is something I've been looking for. And I was talking about how the 9 months I was very grateful that I got them to work to make content, but if I'm being completely honest, those last 9 months, I wasn't at peace. No, nothing negative, nothing, like, oh my god, I was sad. But more so, like, I wish I could relax a bit more. Did something that I regret because I was tired. Did something that I regret because I was stressed, you know? And it's not normal to be stressed for a long period of time. Now, am I saying that I was stressed most of the 9 months? No. Am I saying that I was stressed at least half of the 9 months? Absolutely. Which kind of why I made I did some of the things that I did. Or why I was rude to some of the people that I shouldn't have been rude to. And see, I'm at peace. Like this morning, I received a text, right? And I'm not gonna go into details, you know, about my last job, about the bully at my last job. My friend called me twice today. Shao. He called me twice today, and I didn't answer because I was working. Thank God. Because then he texted me, this guy, the guy that bullied you for years and years and years, misses you. And although I did forget that person, it doesn't mean that I want to put myself in a situation. You were an asshole to me, right? And I forgive you. And ultimately, I understand why you did what you did. And it's kind of crazy because it took almost the call of the asshole to understand what I was going through. It almost took the call of the asshole to be like, okay, this is exactly how you're feeling. And I know what you're saying. Oh, Ink, what do you mean? It's kind of simple, you see. The asshole, right? I forgive him. I was like, I get what you, sorry, we're trying to do the, what is going on here? Why is it not working? Okay, I guess my thing is not working well, but it's okay. My slider, I guess. Look, it's something up only on one side. So yeah, so see, I came to peace with that guy, right? You treated me wrong for years and years and years. Maybe I was guilty, maybe I did something wrong, and that's fine, and that's okay. But I forgive you. Doesn't mean I want nothing to do with you, you know? I became at peace with the situation. But to avoid losing that peace, I'm gonna avoid talking to him. No, technically speaking, am I still mad at that guy? No. Do I have resentment toward that guy? Absolutely. It did affect me. But then again, you're stuck in that position where it brought me so much. Without this person, Inventera doesn't exist. I'm not making the channel. Without this person, I'm still looking for a way to express myself. Without this person, all of the improvement and all of the step forward that we did in Vendetta, they're gone away. They're absolutely gone. And okay, they're gone. It's fine. But and then this morning, I had a chance. It's funny, I was talking about this yesterday. I was talking about fight or flight yesterday, and I had a chance to flight or flight. Am I gonna call him and say, you know what, we're good? I'm gonna fight, not gonna call him. Now, technically speaking, I personally think that fighting your own demons is the right thing to do. But then you realize that not every single battle that you're gonna be facing is worth fighting for. Not every single conflict you're gonna face, I have to fight for, you know? One thing is like, oh, it just happened, and just have to ignore it. And this morning I could have talked to him, and maybe that would make me feel better. But once again, we have a key focus here. We have a key word, which is peace, inner peace. I'm feeling an inner peace. I don't need to challenge that. And if I'm being completely honest, I haven't felt that peaceful in possibly, I won't say years, but possibly almost a year, maybe more than a year. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing because you want to keep it, and you don't know. Well, if I move it, maybe I'm going to improve life, or maybe I'm going to not like decrease. There's has to be a word for that, right? Not decrease. I'm gonna. I don't know. I didn't probably a word for it, but yeah. And you find this inner peace, and you're trying to fight for it, and you're trying to keep it. But you understand that with adversity, with adversity comes a lot of challenges. With adversity comes a lot of improvements. With adversity, if you don't have adversity, you're kind of missing out on life. And it's funny because I'm at peace right now, and I realize that most of my early life, most of it, if not all of it, I was fighting for inner peace. Now I could blame the childhood that I had. I could blame the fact that I had completely different parents with a different complete mentality. Which one was very strict, one wasn't strict. So finding the balance, finding the peace, balance and peace are similar, right? They're almost synonyms. I could blame that, but the truth is, I was comfortable, and I wanted to keep being comfortable. And I know that for years and years and years, the fact that I need to grow up, I need to grow as a person, I need to grow up mentally speaking. Age is just a number, but mentally and psychologically or emotionally, that's what I'm growing up to do. And I know that adversity was the mother of Mother, we all go to hell. Mother, we all go to hell. Mother was the mother of improving myself, and at some point, I'm challenging myself, saying this is the best thing you can do. No, and what you're saying, and you'd be absolutely right. Ink, you've been at peace for 1 week. Chill, enjoy that peace for a couple of weeks, enjoy that peace for a couple of months, and then decide what you have to do. That's the problem. You get used to that peace. You get used to this comfort, right? I'm gonna be honest. I really like my job. I really like my job, but if you give me the choice between staying at home and making content, or staying at home and falling asleep, and making and working, I would choose staying at home. Not because that's what I wanted to do, but because it's the easier thing, right? Because it's the easier way to keep inner peace, right? And then you're asking yourself, okay, what happened if it's that for a month? If I get used to inner peace? See, losing something, I don't know, you're going to, okay, let's take this example. Once again, we're talking about child. The reason why we're talking about inner child is because no matter what we went through, we have inner child. You have an inner child, I have an inner child, right? And you take the example, you go to your cousin's house, and your cousin, they have a puppy, and you've always wanted a puppy. This is your thing. Every single Christmas, I want a puppy. Every single Christmas, please give me a puppy. So the Claus, Papa, Mama, I want a puppy, please. They don't give it to you. Then your cousin, they have this puppy, and for a couple of seconds, you feel jealous. It's like, oh, mine's not me. And then you get to pet the puppy, and you're like, holy shit, it's kind of amazing. And for 1 weekend, you pet the puppy, and you're super happy because, like, holy shit, this is what I wanted. And then after a weekend, you have to go home and miss the puppy, but you never had it. It was never yours to begin with. You understand? versus, oh, I had this puppy for 2 months as a gift. I received this puppy as a gift for 2 months. Then it ran away, or something happened and it got injured, or the puppy was sick. We see that a lot lately with the Pavlos illness. There's a lot of sick puppies that don't make it. There's a lot of inbreeding with puppies that make them very, very weak. And yeah, it's not a good thing. And it was mine, but I lost it. Like, oh, dude, fuck, that's mine. And a piece, I don't know if I don't know if I could ever call and a piece yours. So technically speaking, if you want to go deep into the psyche of things, I think inner peace is more akin to a feeling than a sensation. Now, a feeling, you can feel things. Sensation, I don't know how much of a difference there is between the two words, but in my mind there's a clear line in a sense. And with the sensation, with the feeling of inner peace, it's never yours. When you feel happy, in the sense that it's not eternal, that it's not a feeling that is yours to acquire. It's something that you're feeling right now, and you're hoping it's gonna last a while. And if it doesn't last, it doesn't last. That's what inner peace. And I'm stuck in between. Again, I'm trying to be positive. I'm really trying to be positive, but you always want to improve in life, and I think this constant quest of improving, this constant quest of evolving as a human being. I think there's also a part where you become discontent. You're being you're being taught to walk. And then one day you realize that, well, I've been walking for so long, I know how to run. And you start running, and you run, and you run, and you run, and then they say, no. You're at a pool, you don't run at a pool, you walk. For a couple of seconds, like, oh, I fucking wish I could walk. I could run, bro. It's not good. That's pretty much it. So, I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place, in between being extremely happy, because inner peace, serving customers, is really cool. It's something I wish I would have done younger, you know. Not because I regret what I've done. Professionally speaking, I had really good jobs. I was surrounded with really good people, you know. But then again, if I didn't have a job, I wouldn't be the person I am today. But I think like it's funny. I was talking about this with a person yesterday, and we'll do a mukbang on it too. There's a very big difference between people pleaser and pleasing people. In my book, people pleaser, you don't care who you're pleasing. You just want to help in the next one. You know, and then when you're pleasing people, it's like, okay, well, that person deserves to be pleased. This person deserves happiness, and you help them out because of that, right? I see myself less as a people pleaser because I couldn't care less if you're pleased or not. But it's nice to do something nice, and I think working with a customer, I think if anything, it's a good position to be in because. Like, I have more opportunities to be kind to people. I have more opportunity to be, you know what? I want to help you out, and I'm going to be able to help you out. And I think that's important. I really think that's important. And that's pretty much it. So, anyways, long story short, inner peace. Should it be challenged? Should it be left alone? Is it safer or more healthy to leave it alone? Or are you willing to risk it all to possible enlightenment, right? Possible enlightenment. I'm seeing it's weird because when I think about inner peace, I'm also thinking about inner sanctum. When I think about sanctum, I think about the church, and I think about the church. I think about priests and brothers and sisters, you know. And it's those people leave. They say that the church, their eternal life, spreading the word of God. I'm going to say Jesus, but that's because I was raised with Jesus. They're spreading the word of God. And or even understanding the word of God. What do you mean by that? What did the Bible mean? What did the Torah mean? What did the Quran mean? You know? And it's yeah. Oh, by the way, yesterday I was looking for the word for priest. For the Muslim, it's an imam. Yeah. There is an improvement. Anyway, like another video, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Super honest. That's done. Good. Okay. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. If you're doing off because I'm having a wonderful day on this 27th November 2024 that I had a drink I don't fuck. Today we're checking out Cobra Kai season 1, episode number 4, and it's funny because I have notes, and well, I wish I could show you the notes in this video. So I guess you're gonna have to check out the Tower playthrough of today. But yeah, so we have the episode number 4, and the way it started, the way I wrote it. Listen, it's funny because you want to do like a nice recap, right? But then you're like, I took notes, but those notes doesn't make any sense. So what I wrote is, Rhea is badly injured by Kyler, right? Which, strictly speaking, is actually a good thing. We did a video about Inner Peace, right? Not even an hour ago, not even a couple minutes ago. This was the video we did just before that. Inner Peace. And the fact that Rhea is badly injured, it's like, dude, I want to try more. I really want to push myself forward into becoming a better fighter because fuck Kyler. And it's even though you can say, oh, Ink, fuck Kyler isn't something very kind, right? But ultimately speaking, fuck Kyler. He's a bully, and fuck bullies, right? Even though in your life, if you don't have a bully, you don't have adversity. You don't have adversity, you don't move on in life. So the fact that Kyler beats him, I think it was needed for Rhea. We have a giant penis billboard, which is exactly what I wrote. Rhea's badly injured, but his mom is like, no more training. His mom, she's like, okay, well, guess what? He got injured doing karate. I don't want to do karate, and I think it's very motherly like. But what I really enjoy here, what I really enjoy is, as a viewer, you can see that Lawrence is working towards. By the way, taking a small break from the video, I'm gonna congratulate Ralph Macchio, or Ralph Macchio, I don't fucking know, which is the Mr. LaRusso, Daniel LaRusso, right, for his star on the Hollywood Boulevard. So congratulations. Talk about Cobra Kai, why not talk about one of his main character getting a star on the Hollywood Boulevard, which is a pretty fucking big deal if you ask me. What I like here is, as a viewer, we know that Lawrence really cares about Rhea. Really cares, and you see, it doesn't feel like a forced friendship, it doesn't feel like a forced relationship, it does feel very genuine. And once again, I think we explored that as to why in my recap last week, and the fact that Jonathan Lawrence is I don't even know his first name, I'm sorry. He regrets the relationship that he had with his son, which was closer to his son, and Rhea wish she had a father figure. So they're both coming in into take care of not necessarily a need, but coming into this is a lacking part of each other's life. I end up liking you, you like me. By being together, we both fix that need, and that's amazing. So the mom is like, no. And the really cool thing is, you can be not necessarily. The beautiful thing about this scene is you understand the mom for being worried. My mom is also super pampering. I think it's very motherly like. I think a father will understand a bit more that you need to go out there to explore, but for a mom it's harder, you know. I carried you for 9 months, but if I would have carried you for 18 years. Just saying. His mom, she and you understand the mom for feeling that way, but then the grandma who's actually pushing, and the yaya, which is a word they use. I don't know if it's grandma in Spanish. I don't know, but it's actually pretty cool because she's like, no, he needs to go, and it's cool because you have the different mentality, and what is really, really nice, and again, I know I'm taking a lot of time on this specific thing, but this specific thing talked to me. I think karate, although it's a beautiful art, I think it's very old school. I was talking about in last week's episode recap how karate was a way of life, right? And it's a very old school way of life. It's like, it's not necessarily knighthood, but it can be compared to knighthood. So the fact that the grandma understands the mentality behind it, it shows that, okay, well, maybe it's old school, but it's something that has been proven multiple times again and again. Lawrence convinced her, and the way he convinced her is, you understand, and it's amazing because we're only in episode number 4, and the pacing of the show is crazy because in episode number 4, you would have been led to believe that Lawrence is an asshole that doesn't care, but he does care about Rhea. And ultimately speaking, even though he only cares about Rhea, he cares about him. Which means caring about nobody but himself, which is the case of the first episode, right? So kind of seeing that is a growth in character. And what I love about the scene is, yes, it's a show about karate, but Lawrence is like, don't trust the sport, trust me, right? And I like that, but more so it does push towards Lawrence being close to the family of Rhea. And I don't remember if it pushes forward, I don't know if they, so the idea, I know for a little bit of time they were pushing the idea of Lawrence and Rhea mom together. I know they were pushing this idea. I don't know, I'm not sure how far it went. But still, Sam Fran. Okay, cool. I called her Sam Fran as a new student, and I didn't know that the name of the second student of Rhea. And the second student of Rhea is actually, this is why, and first part of this recap, you can tell, and if you couldn't tell, I'm going to tell you straight up. I do prefer Lawrence to LaRusso. I'm not gonna be here and tell you, look, I fucking love Lawrence the whole show more than LaRusso. Besides, in the later season, it does feel like the show's more about LaRusso than Lawrence. Which is possibly because the show's about Miyagi-Do and the mentality of the Miyagi-Do versus the bad guy who were Cobra Kai. I don't know. And since LaRusso represents Miyagi-Do, then its ideal or ideology is more pronounced here. I don't know. But we have the Sam Fran, which is the new students, and he's like, and he doesn't want to train her because she's a woman, which is kind of cool because in the first episode he did some borderline racist remarks, and the Sam Fran, sorry, I don't remember your name, she's black, so it could have been like, okay, well, this is another racist remark. It's like, nah, she's a chick, she cannot do it. It's a whole mentality. It's a very, very old mentality. But you see Rhea, and Rhea pushes him to say, yo, she's plenty of cash. She's plenty of cash. And ultimately speaking, this scene, I don't know if you're supposed to like Lawrence or you're supposed to hate Lawrence, but ultimately speaking, you're supposed to feel like, okay, well, he trusts Rhea more than he lets on. And if Rhea tells him, yo, do it, he's gonna do it. Which is actually kind of cool, because that's kind of what you want to get. That's without being what you want exactly. That's kind of what you're looking for this reaction. I think if you look at the Karate Kid, the first trilogy of the movie, I feel like the beauty of the movie isn't Miyagi, isn't the karate, isn't it's most likely that Daniel LaRusso grown up to be not necessarily a fighter, but a man that you don't not necessarily fuck with, but you like. I can take care of myself, which is the goal of karate, taking care of yourself, not attacking but defending yourself, not attacking people but defending the people that you love, right? And but I think the beauty of the first Karate Kid movie is the relationship between Miyagi and LaRusso, because once again Miyagi did so much for the kid, but in a lot of ways, and spoiler alert, we learned that Miyagi needed to be healed. He did something in the last tournament. I'm not gonna say what. Something happened during one of his fights that changed him forever. They kind of needed that healing, and this is why the show is so good. It's because once again, you have a relationship of I need you, you need me, and it's just that. This is also evolution for Lawrence because he's more open-minded, which is good. And even though we don't care if it's more open-minded because Rhea told him to do it. All that matters is at the end he does the right thing and gets her. And it's funny because the first argument that Rhea used is she's getting bullied, which if you guys remember, the whole reason that they got together, Lawrence and Rhea, was because Rhea was getting bullied, which is actually kind of cool. Which is cool because like you help me out, you're gonna help her out. This episode is actually one of the better one of the first season. Okay, because she's a girl that also faced a team for branding. Okay, cool. Naruto faced a team for branding. Sorry, I listened to it last week. I was very busy. He faced a team for branding, which is again is car, show, and it doesn't serve a lot of purpose via the movie, but it does serve a purpose in the fact that LaRusso still has his fighting spirit. And because he still has his fighting spirits, ultimately when Lauren's gonna want to fight, he's still there. You know, I think the show is more so trying to say, yo, there's still that fighter, Larusso. There is still a fighter. He talked about the because in the last episode they were talking about how he missed training his daughter. It wasn't how he missed karate, but he was missed training his daughter, which is also kind of cool, because you can tell, okay, this is still a guy. And once again, in the first episode, you're led to believe that Lawrence is the guy who says about karate, but then you realize that no, he kind of moved on. He still do karate, but if he didn't if he didn't need the cash, he would have not done so, right? The whole purpose is, okay, I need cash, I'm gonna open up a dojo. So LaRusso is more so like, okay, well, this is still the case. So he goes to the other team, and the other team, you believe that they draw the giant penises. There's no S. I don't know why I said with S. I think it's funnier if there's penises than a penis. That sounded weird, right? Okay. Okay. And because they did that, it's like, okay, you want to go to war, let's go to war, which is not this is not the goal of the previous billboard. It's just because there's two people. And once again, this is kind of my problem with LaRusso itself. I'm sorry, I'm playing the tower, which is right here. Hello. Right here. Hello. Which is in this phone, this very, very phone. And LaRusso we're led to believe that, oh, he has his perfect life, but he doesn't. He kind of have not necessarily a shitty life, but not a perfect life, which is, we don't want a character with a perfect life. We want a character that's going through shit. That way we can heal together and we can observe, like, how did he solve this, you know, which I think is more important than just like, oh, woe is me. It's not, no, woe is me, let's figure shit out together. So we have another team for branding, right? Robbie is more Robbie constantly being a problem in Lauren's life, and I think it serves like a really good purpose for both characters, actually. So you could tell that Robbie's a fuck up. So ultimately speaking, Robbie's this. I had a problem with Robbie last time, but just because I don't like till the very end. I'm character that I do like after a while. Robbie, I don't like him at the beginning, but after that he becomes cool. Robbie is this problem kid that is looking for a mentor, and once again, I don't want to be like that guy. I think a mother can do a wonderful job raising a kid, but I think a boy, especially a boy, I think they need a father figure. Maybe a coach, maybe a teacher. I told you guys in multiple videos that I did before, not Cobra Kai, but multiple videos that I did before that, I had role model that was male, either at work, at school, in my personal life, musically speaking, in the content, in the media. I had role model that was male, more than I had female role model, because I had an amazing mom, but because I needed male role model. Just because you see men, you're a boy, you see men, and you're like, okay, well, if I want to be a man, I have to copy men, you know? That's just it. One of my favorite movies is Fight Club, which is the whole concept of it is that. So Robbie needed that, and Robbie started by being such a fuck up, right? Being such a fuck up, which is the underdog. We have a fuck up to one of the best students of the show, one of the best fighters of the show, but it's also as Lawrence, Robbie constantly getting in trouble, Robbie constantly failing, Robbie constantly being, constantly reminding Lawrence of his responsibility or his failed responsibility as a dad. I think it's very important. It's not so much, oh, you didn't do a good job as a dad. Is you didn't do your job, and because you didn't do your job, there's consequences, and those consequences your son. Not once, not twice, multiple times. We have a theater scene where Kyler is. It's nice because Cobra Kai, and I mean this respectfully, but Cobra Kai is more so aimed at young adult, but the writing is actually pretty good. So Kyler, know that he's a bully, right? But you in high school you experience bully, and you're like, okay, well, I don't like Kyler, but I kind of understand that there's need to be a bully at school. But then you have the theater scene where he's trying to get it on with Sam. Ultimately speaking, we kind of knew that was gonna happen, because he said at the Halloween scene he was like, oh, I wanted to get with her, but now he's being forceful. And this scene serves two purposes: the villainization of Kyler, but it's also the showcase of Sam being a good fighter. Sam is able to push him away and say "fuck you," and I think if anything, that's a good point for Sam. And I think if anything, it's a see Sam in the first season and the second season is really pushing toward the ideal of my father's a great fighter. He taught me how to fight, and I don't know if I want to focus on a more popular lifestyle or I want to keep on that those roots of me being the daughter of a fighter. So kind of gets NZ. Sam, she's super strong, right? Russo goes to the competition for the penis billboard, which is kind of cool. The whole scene is. See, it's LaRusso. LaRusso is this weird character, and multiple times during the show right now, so far, I mean, is LaRusso constantly get pushed and pushed. Maybe with Lawrence, maybe with that competition, maybe with his kids, which is Tony and Sam, and oh my god, dude, I'm getting constantly pushed, and then it constantly get pushed, and then he fights back, right? Which is supposed to be a good thing because you shouldn't fight anybody that fucks with you. But it also seemed like a bad thing because you constantly see him getting pushed around, and you're supposed to respect LaRusso, you're supposed to respect Lawrence. That's what the show is about. The earlier season, at least. Am I more team Miyagi-Do or am I team Cobra Kai? Right? No surrender, take no mercy. But ultimately speaking, I don't think it's Miyagi-Do versus Cobra Kai. I think it's Lawrence versus LaRusso, right? Rhea is back. Rhea is back at the school, which is actually kind of cool because now he has two students, and Rhea needs to be back. Rhea needs to be back because is the voice of reason of Lawrence, right? Without the voice of reason of Lawrence, I'm sad to say, the Cobra Kai dojo is finished. Russo is led to believe, to think is Lawrence is behind the penis billboard, which is not true. We know it's not true, but still, I also think it's true. So fuck him. Not fuck Lawrence, but LaRusso's like no, not fuck LaRusso. LaRusso, which is led to believe Lawrence did it, so fuck Lawrence, right? We got more intense training with Rhea, right? We haven't seen a really beautiful scene that is, once again, I think the pacing, I think the continuity is Cobra Kai biggest strength. From season 1 to season, I think I've watched till season 5, but I'm not sure. The last episode I watched, they were fighting against Silver. And what is really cool in that one, what is really cool here is Robbie, right, sees his father teaching another kid. And again, it's not about sex. It's not about sex. That's not the thing. But here's his dad, who's taking care of another boy his age. So did you replace me? And ultimately, that where that leads, Robbie leads to the Miyagi-Do. It leads to LaRusso. Which is, spoiler alert, very much show the meaning of the show. Once again, I'm going to repeat myself, but it's the mentality of the Miyagi-Do and the Cobra Kai dojo. And some of the students, they could use more of the Cobra Kai. That's what I don't like about the show. The cool thing about the show is, for the longest time, we had the rivalry between Miyagi and between Lawrence, the Cobra. And it's like, okay, well, this student, there's two groups of students, one fight for Miyagi, one fight for Lawrence, right? And the cool thing about it is, in both camps, you have people that you like. It's like, okay, well, I do like some of the members of Miyagi, and I do like some of the members of Cobra Kai. There's a lot of members that I don't like in Cobra Kai. There's a lot of members I don't like in LaRusso, but still, I get to feel both of them. And some of the students, Robbie included, it's actually really interesting because you almost have to do character analysis. You have to, you kind of have to understand who Robbie is. To understand, okay, well, he kind of needs Miyagi, right? Now, ultimately, what you think doesn't matter, because every single one of these students are going to get to be a dojo that they're assigned to, but it's still important. Robbie saying his father with another kid, which it sounds super weird. Push him to want to make him jealous, and he goes to LaRusso. And ultimately speaking, this is possibly the best thing that he could have done. And the sad thing about Robbie is understanding that he needed a father, but his father wasn't the right father. LaRusso was the better role model for Robbie. Not because LaRusso was a better role model, be all, but more so because he understood Robbie, and he was the complete opposite, so there was a balance. Right, we have LaRusso trying out to buy the owner. So LaRusso wants to defeat Lawrence. I know they can defeat Lawrence, but he has cash, so he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy the owner, and because I buy the owner, I'm gonna kick out Lawrence. See, and the mentality of fighting, they're almost in a submissive way. We have the Lawrence relationship again with Rhea being so cool. Sam, she loses friend because Kyler went behind her back and say, "Oh, she's a slut, she's a whore." Sorry, Sam. She wanted to sleep with me, which is not true. We know it's not true as viewer, but people believe Kyler. And then they say, "Oh, you're easy, it's yucky," which is not true. And then because of that, she loses friend. And Sam is in a position where she's looking for a new friend, which ultimately leads her to become friends with Rhea, which ultimately leads her to a relationship, which is cool. The website for Cobra is sick. Rhea showed the website for the Cobra Kai, which is cool because Lawrence would have not done it, but it's once again the bromance between Rhea and Lawrence saying, "Hey, I'm going to help you any way I can, and I know that you're going to help me any way you can't." It's to rely on each other. It's a beautiful thing. I think it's in this one. Yeah. No, it's not in this one. In the next one, the Rhea Lawrence friendship goes to the next level, and it makes me tear up. The Cobra Kai is sick. Lawrence needs cash, right? Lawrence is needing cash. It's he's starting to have more and more bills, and the dojo is not working well. Which is I think it's depicting the urgency of Lawrence more than a real problem. It's like, oh, I need to make cash right now. I think it's kind of cool. Need cash. LaRusso and Lawrence, they meet again, right? They meet in a store, and it's this scene. This scene was one of the first thing that I don't like. And again, it goes not necessarily for my hatred for LaRusso, but my preference for Lawrence. LaRusso comes in, and he comes in with bad intention. He comes in with the intention of buying the place to kick Lawrence out. But Lawrence is there, and LaRusso's like, "Yo, did you follow me?" No, bro. No, bro. You came into his turf to buy the dojo to kick him out. You're the asshole here. He isn't the asshole. Lawrence doesn't give a shit about you, right? But hey, what am I to say? Kyler bully Sam, right? He's really bullying her. He's talking about the penis billboard and say, "Oh, she like your dad." And Rhea steps up. And once again, I think the fact that Rhea got beat up by Kyler makes this scene even better. It's even more awesome because this time Rhea beats Kyler, right? And it ultimately is a very narratively cornerstone of the show because it pushes Kyler to strain, it pushes Rhea to strain. But this is also filmed, and this is what's going to get Lawrence all of his students. They know he's in Cobra Kai Dojo, because he's Cobra Kai Dojo, and he was able to stand up to bullies. It inspired other kids, which makes Rhea kind of like a badass. He inspires other kids to get better, which is something that nobody did in the show yet. Even the parent figure, which is LaRusso and Lawrence, weren't able to inspire the kid to do the karate, you know? Fucks up. Lawrence is really proud. It's really cool because he's proud of Rhea, and it's also like, again, I don't think it's father figure. I don't think it's I think it's more like an uncle figure, the cool uncle that you can tell your stuff to. That he's not gonna get mad at you. It's a bit nicer than your parents, but he's still somewhat of an authority figure. Rhea grandma is proud, good for him, which is really cool because the school calls his home and it's Yaya. She answers and she's like, nah, I'm not gonna tell this shit to your mom. You're good. You're up back in the dojo. You're good. Russo visit the cemeteries of Miyagi, the tomb, the tombstone. I don't know. I don't know how you say it in English. The gravesite, I guess, of Miyagi. And it's really sad because LaRusso, you realize that you need Miyagi. See, Miyagi did so much for LaRusso, but he also pampered him. And you're gonna get the reality of LaRusso really worship that guy. Really, really, really worship Miyagi. And without Miyagi, he's kind of lost. Which sucks. Which really sucks because the goal of a role model is to let you fly. But then you cannot blame Miyagi. And you cannot blame LaRusso. So it sucks to say that he still misses Miyagi, you know? Lawrence gets ton of new students. For Lawrence, Rhea get ton of students for Lawrence, right? And it's kind of cool because we saw, not even a couple of scenes ago, we saw that Lawrence had issues with money. So this kind of served the purpose of, yo, you're good now. And LaRusso really gets back into karate. He builds a dojo back in his house, which is possibly a small step, but ultimately speaking is finding inner peace. It's finding back that fighter spirit, right? Which is a good thing. Episode number 6, Cobra Kai is now super popular, right? And the first thing that Lawrence does is he keeps being himself. And see, with Rhea kind of understand why he's like that. With I'm so sorry, I forgot her name. With the Sam friend, kind of the nerd, she gotta understand that he's like that. It's like, okay, maybe that's what I need, right? But other kids are like, no, fuck you, you're not gonna talk shit to me. And he loses student and he loses student and he loses student. Which is, it's kind of shitty because you're like, bro, you're not helping yourself. But at the very end, he has a realization, and it's kind of cool because this scene leads to another, and that other scene is a lot better. He's old school, right? You still manage to get a solid dojo. So you get Ock, you get pretty much it, sadly. That's pretty much it, sadly. We have more of the Rhea Lawrence bromance, right? You got Johnny getting to that father figure with LaRusso. Okay, cool. So we have more of the Lawrence bromance, and I believe that episode, but I don't know if I wrote it correctly. No. This is the next episode. I took less notes here. Most of the bromance where Rhea is telling Lawrence, yo, you're losing customer, you have to change. And Lawrence being like, no, fuck them. If they don't want to embrace what I'm saying, they can leave. I don't need them. Which is true, but you gotta do. we get Johnny, which is a kid of Johnny Lawrence, and then he's going to work for LaRusso, and ultimately speaking, is to make his father mad. But LaRusso is a good role model to him. So we have a really, and what I like about this scene is, to me, LaRusso becomes interesting when he trains Robbie, because Robbie needed a father figure, and LaRusso was generous, and like he's too generous with the kid. And ultimately speaking, you could be one of those people that believe that, they believe there's some truth to it ultimately, but you can think that he does that because he doesn't have the best relationship with his kids. But I think that he does what Miyagi did for him because you know how much it meant to him, so maybe he wants to help another kid, right? More Sam bullying, right? Rhea once again kick his ass. We got why Lawrence is an asshole. We got this scene of why Lawrence is an asshole, how much his stepfather kind of put him down, and how much Lawrence really struggled with being himself. And he saw Cobra Kai and he saw them as badass, like I need to be them, right? The likelihood or the feeling of I need to be a Cobra Kai came from a feeling that I don't like who I am, so what can I do? Hell yeah, we got Y. Okay, perfect. We also have the birth of Ock, and the birth of Ock is super nice. And again, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but so the actor has a Griff lips, which is when a kid needs some skin and they put skin together, just leave the scars. And Lawrence made fun of him for that, and you know that Eli, which is Ock, gets bullied for that. But instead of letting himself get bullied, he fights back. That's why he becomes Ock, and that's why a lot of people like Ock. Ock is one of those characters that's kind of hate, you kind of like. A lot of people, they hate Hawk because of what he did to the Medal of War of Miyagi. But I do like Ock because it's like, okay, well, guess what? I need to be stronger. And I don't know where to stop. I don't know the balance between strength and allowing people to be the way they are. Comes in, he becomes a kind of a bully, but it's possibly the character with the most development. So he becomes a bully, he becomes an asshole, but then he realizes that what he does is not cool. because he realized that what he does is not cool. He changes back to being a good guy, but this time he's a cool, strong, good guy. So it's better. It's still some improvement over the last version of the character. And ultimately speaking, if you look at the Combat Dojo, in terms of strength, it's possibly Ray and Ock versus everyone else. We got okay, I skipped it. Nice. 7. We had a tournament, so we had the ID for tournament. So Lawrence getting the student that he had is, I don't think it's enough. They don't really explain as to why he wants to go to the tournament, but he wants to go to tournaments, but he's banned. So he has a nervous meeting where he has to fight off his case of Cobra Kai is part of the tournament because they got banned. They got banned for, and it's really cool because they got banned for the event that happened in the movie. It's like, oh yeah, this is a Karate Kid sequel. And ultimately speaking, it doesn't really matter if you like, oops, what did I do? What did I do? My apologies, won't be long, doing the tower at the same time. Ooh, what am I doing here? Ultimately speaking, you remember that, okay, well, there was the complete story before that. It was a complete show, and even if you didn't see the show, there's a complete show. I know I'm repeating myself when I'm doing two things at once. I should press pause, but fuck it. I'm almost done already. 17, 16, 13, 11... 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, we're good. We have the tournament, so it's kind of cool because they're not allowed, and I think it means a lot to Lawrence. Even if there's, I could say there's a monetary reason, but even if there's more than that, I don't know. It's hard to say. We got the 7. We got tournament. Rhea and Sam date. Okay, so Rhea really likes Sam, and she likes him too, which is kind of cool because they become lab partner because again Sam is being a reject, become lab partner, and there's kind of like a romance, kind of friendship, but more so aiming to the romance. And Sam, okay, the good guy here for Sam was Rhea, but since she gave Kyler a chance and Kyler just hurt her, then it hurts Rhea's chance. And again, it's kind of cool because she tells him no, and Rhea kind of like, okay, fuck it. She said no, right? But because he listened to Lawrence and he remembered what Lawrence told him, he pushes forward the idea of, no, let's go on a date. And it's super cool. It's super cool because when I didn't say, when we get the version of why Lawrence is an asshole, it is so fucking cool. It is so cool. We got no, I think it's in episode 8. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. So sorry. Tournament Rhea, we're gonna do that in episode number 8, which I didn't take notes for, but I remember. Tournament Rhea and Sam date. It's a really cool date. It's a really sweet date, and then the kiss, which is a good moment. LaRusso being a father figure to Robbie, and it's really in this one that we see with Robbie cleaning cars the way that Miyagi did the wax on, wax off the fence. We see Robbie having issues with the bonsai, which LaRusso helps him out, right? So it's really good father figuring, and once again, it's not necessarily, oh, he's a good father. I like the LaRusso version. I like the LaRusso relationship between him and Robbie, but it's not so much, oh, you're a good father. It's more so you're the exact father that Robbie needs. You see, Lawrence, if he would take care of Robbie wouldn't do better. But since LaRusso take care of Robbie, which is a conflicting ideal, it really helps out. Robbie making the right choice. We have the audience. Okay. Robbie making the right choice. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. So all of his friends are saying, "Yo, LaRusso full of cash. We wanna steal from him." And then Robbie's like, "Yo, okay, I'll help you out." But then at in that moment of the robbery, they're like, "No. I'm not gonna do it. Fuck that. I'm not gonna do it." We have the audience, which is the audience of Johnny saying, "Yo, I need to reopen the Cobra Kai dojo." And once again, LaRusso is there, so he's trying to stop him. But Lawrence is able to convince them and is able to say, yo, I'm not Cobra Kai. I'm better than these people. The Cobra Kai mentality. And this is really cool because, yes, it's an audience, but it's ultimately how Lawrence feel about the Cobra Kai. He's like, yeah, Cobra Kai was a problem. Yes, Cobra Kai did some mistake. Yes, some of the mistake I was part of, which he was. But ultimately speaking, it's more so. It's more so. My apologies. It's more so the. It's complicated, dude. It's more so how he feels. and he's being truthful and being genuine, and that's why he gets the tournament back, which is actually really cool. It's really sweet one between Lawrence and Rhea, where it will accomplish. It's absolutely super nice. So Rhea come back from the dates, which meant a lot to him, and Lawrence come back from the audience, which really means a lot for him. So the first thing he said is like, "Yo, who's the man?" And then Lawrence is like, "I'm the man." "Wait, are you the man too?" Which is super nice, and then they both celebrate. It is fucking nice. It's so fucking nice because you really see that they care for each other. These two actors have chemistry like no others. Like no others. The last time I saw that chemistry between a young man and a adult was possibly Harry Potter and the prisoner of no, Order of the Phoenix, which between Harry Potter and Sirius Black. It's a really sweet moment, and the best moment is Lawrence he gives alcohol to Rhea, which isn't the best moment because that's underage drinking, but the guy's in high school, bro. He's not 21. 21, can you do something for me? That's pretty much it. So yeah, episode number 8, which I didn't take note, but we're gonna go back to the whatchamacallits. We're gonna use the mentality of the Vendetta Dojo. Cobra Kai episode 8 is possibly one of my favorites. So the first thing that we saw is Rhea and Sam. There's a problem, and I think, and again, I'm biased towards Rhea, but Sam is a bit to blame here. So Sam, she kisses Rhea, so she feels that, okay, well, guess what? It feels like a relationship, but at the same time, Sam is right, because Sam, she's just getting bullied for dating a guy. She's not gonna tell the world that she's dating this other guy. And ultimately speaking, she doesn't even tell her father. Now, the reason why she doesn't tell her father is very simple. She knows that Rhea likes Lawrence. He really likes Lawrence, and Lawrence told her, Rhea told her, like, yo, this guy is a really good. He's a really good father figure. He's really important to me. So she knows that her father would improve the relationship. So. And you know what's insane in I thought episode number 8? The reason why she doesn't tell her dad is because her dad wouldn't approve. And then Rhea tell Lawrence, my apologies. Rhea tells Lawrence, and Lawrence doesn't approve. So she was right. Then we have the other part of Lawrence. And ultimately speaking, it's actually a very, very important moment. It's a very sweet moment too. So what happened is very simple. We have the event of the Karate Kid, and we always thought that no, it's complicated. Okay, it's very complicated. Okay, let's put it that way. We were always led to believe that LaRusso was a good guy and Cobra Kai. Now, ultimately speaking, do I think that LaRusso was a good guy? Yes, I do think. I think Lawrence was an asshole. I think Lawrence was an asshole because he was under the influence of assholes, which is the classic thought of, if you hang up with assholes, you'll be an asshole. If you end up with good people, you'll be a good people. That's just the way the life works, right? So with this, we have Lawrence's version of the fact. For example, the scene where LaRusso kind of steal his girlfriend, and yes, they were done. But Lawrence didn't think they were done, and because he doesn't think that they were done, he was like, yo, this is still my girl. She's still my girl, and you're stealing her from me. Every chance that we had to fix things up, it won't happen, you know? And you really understand that he felt like LaRusso was stepping on his side, and it's kind of cool because they both think they're right. We know that LaRusso is right, but it doesn't stop Lawrence from believing that he wasn't completely wrong, which is also true. And it's kind of nice because it's a relationship between it's complicated. It's a beautiful thing, but it's complicated as fuck. So in one way, you got LaRusso, who is trying to be a good father figure to Rhea, and he's trying to be that guy that says, yo, this is why I didn't date that girl, this is why I got my heart broken. So he kind of tells Rhea not to be against LaRusso, but just for him to not get hurt. You see, in the scene, what is really cool is he completely forgot LaRusso. It's like, okay, that happened in the past, it's okay, we move on. But you see Rhea, and he doesn't want Rhea to get hurt, right? So like, okay, fuck it, yeah, I have no choice. So number 8, we also have the tournament. So in the tournament, we have a new training regimen. It's way harder, and it's kind of cool because you're seeing the completely unorthodox way of the Cobra Kai, but you're also seeing a bunch of kids have fun, which is kind of cool. There is this scene where there's a couple of scenes where Lawrence really pushes forward Rhea because he thinks that Rhea is a it's just bigger chance at the tournament. This is a bit where I kind of connect off Lawrence because he has a bunch of new teachers, but he still treats Rhea like his best student. Like I feel I understand that there's better students than others, but you didn't really give a chance to the other student to prove themselves, right? There's a really cool moment where we see the birth of Ock, where Ox comes in, and he had a lift, and Lawrence told him, "Yo, he made fun of him for that." So he said, you have a tattoo, have a badass haircut to take away from the intention, from the attention that he's getting. And ultimately, that's what Ock does. He does a it's a really good show. He does a complete 180. He changed the way he looks, and then he goes in, and Lawrence is like, "Yo, that's exactly what I was trying to say. Change yourself. Don't be pussy. Be badasses." And that's why he shows Eli, and Eli earned the respect of Lawrence, but it's still not enough to be like, okay, well, I got more than one student, right? You know that he had more than one student, but he still paid a lot of attention to Rhea, which is something I really enjoy because again, the friendship between those two is amazing. But at the same time, like, ugh. When you got at number eight, we have more training. We have the scene. It ends up, the most important thing is there's two betrayal. Well, not two betrayal, but there's two bad moments that leads us to season 2, because this is the end of season 1. The first event is Rhea goes to Sam to say, "Yo, I'm the or he wants to tell to the father, I'm her boyfriend. That way he can date Sam," which is a cool thing because that's what Kyler did. And Kyler was an asshole. So Sam, she did that with Kyler, which is the proper thing to do. But with Rhea, she has her guard up, which is normal, right? Ultimately, Rhea sees that Robbie is there. He doesn't really realize that Robbie is a student. He's there for LaRusso, for Daniel, which is the father. It's like, okay, well, she's dating another guy, and that's why she doesn't want to become serious with me. She's dating 2 guys, right? Which is kind of, it's complicated. As an emotion, it's complicated because it's kind of against every single time that she was called a slut. He was like, no, she's a good person. She's chill. She's really chill. But then, with Lawrence is like, well, not really, bro. She kind of fucked you over, right? She kind of fucked you over. But then she see the scene, and because Lawrence said, "Yo, her father betrayed me," you think that she betrayed him. We have the brother of Daniel, who's a fuck up, goes in and towards the car of Lawrence. Now, ultimately speaking, there's a really good reason for that. Ultimately speaking, he's always seen as a guy who brings Lawrence LaRusso problem. Lou is the brother. He's always making problem. He's always a fuck up. So kind of makes it up by torching the car of Lawrence. But Lawrence says, "Yo, you're with LaRusso. Fuck LaRusso. I'm gonna go after him." And this is how the season ends. Basically, that's it. Really good season. Really good start. In my mind, season 1 is possibly the strongest season of Cobra Kai. Some really good stuff, and thank you for watching. Most of all, thank you for watching. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. My apologies. Oh, what am I doing? 42 minutes. Shit. My Pokeanas. Tum wasted. TJA love my wasted. Oh, why are you not closing? I don't know what to do. You're at 11%, and that is strong but true. Oh, I could charge you, but I got a fucking ad. Okay, let's go fast, a video. Back to the old man. Goddamn. Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to the Content Show. It's doing well because they're having a wonderful day on this 27 November 2024. We're going to be doing very quickly, because I got 10% battery, a review of the Assassination Classroom There's 3 episodes which are really cool. The first one is the teacher, the English. No, the first one is the AI. So the government find that the government, which it's actually a really cool feel. It's actually a really good setting up. They know that the class is the only one that can assassinate the teacher, but they don't trust that the class will be able to do it because they're students. So they bring in AI, and that AI, and it's actually one of the episodes that I like the most of Assassination Classroom. And the reason is very, very simple. See, fuck, bloopers. Let's take the time to do things properly. Pocahontas, dun 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 da 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 dum. Goddamn wasted. TJA love and a wasted. Pocahontas. Back to the back an old man situation. Goddamn wasted. TJA love. Pocahontas. Na na na. Churu. Gollum. Pocahontas.
d'hommes. Donc, il y a vraiment eu un changement. Là. Je pense que les femmes...
OK, les femmes étaient plus raisonnables, eux autres. Elles faisaient plus attention à leur consommation.
Ou elles sortent plus maintenant qu'elles sortaient il y a 16 ans. Ou,
OK.
Ouais.
C'est bon.
C'est pas mal terminé. Merci beaucoup. Peut-être rappeler aux gens le numéro de téléphone si on veut, soit s'abonner, ou le service, tout ça. Là. Fais-nous un bon bilan.
On peut tout faire ça. On peut faire ça par téléphone. On peut faire ça en ligne aussi sur notre site web, ce qui est le www.tzcapital.com. On peut aussi au 861-9590 s'abonner et on peut aussi poser sa candidature pour devenir chauffeur volontaire.
Daniel Bénard, merci beaucoup. Bonne saison, bonne année 2020, fin 24 puis 2025.
Merci à vous, merci.
Merci d'être partenaire avec Radio